88.
You sent it to him?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know you would be.
Marshall and
I tried to. Oh, how did it come over there?
This one for number 2.
Okay, okay. So the engineers do that capital improvement program, and that puts all those projects together. And that's what determines what project is covered. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
So we definitely have somebody here for number 2.
Okay.
We should have somebody here for number 4.
Yeah, he's here for number 4.
Number 6. I think you talked to the pastor about that one. Because the other member who was a lady said that she couldn't come. I said, but I think your pastor is coming. And she said yes.
I don't know if that
Oh, and ARP number 8, they're not going to, she's not here, but they're okay with the city doing them on demolition.
Okay.
And their service and everything, so.
Kayla would have been mad if I know, right?
Oh, and I guess somebody should have this one for 10.
I don't know, John. Somebody here?
Somebody should be here for number 10. That's that south station.
Okay, that's the one coming from Texas.
Yeah, the orange and.
And now the
Item number. What's going on?
What's up? All good? What's going on, man?
Yeah. Gotta catch him.
Good. How are you? Good to see you as well.
I got my glasses again today, y'all.
What's your name?
Where we go?
Item number. Far into that table.
stool.
Mika?
Oh, pray. We're going to call this city council meeting to order. I'll do the prayer. Mr. Weatherford will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, Heavenly Father, we come before you today saying thank you. Thank you for another day and another opportunity that we truly didn't deserve, but through your grace and your mercy, we've been afforded this opportunity. Lord, I pray and ask that we bless our colleagues, that you bless the mayor and the administration, and all the families represented here today, Father God. Give us the knowledge and the wisdom to do your will according to your way. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please repeat with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Renee?
Mr. Bilbo?
Here.
Mr. Young?
Here.
Mr. Harvey? Here. Mr. Marks?
Here.
Mr. Vizano is absent. Mr. Fondell?
Here.
Mr. Weatherford?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Before we get started, I just want to put some information out. I'll take opportunities from time to time to just put out protocol and the way we do things in the city council and agenda meetings. If you want to speak in the meeting, you need to fill out either a green card or a white card. You're allowed 3 minutes to speak, or you can donate your time to someone else that's speaking on behalf of whatever your subject is. When I get these cards are numbered. It's not me putting them in the order. That's the order in which the card came to me. So you may have given Mr. Rubin or somebody your card first, but that don't mean it's going to be first in the order. So when I read these cards out, they're in the order that they're given to me are numbered. So I don't want to think nobody thinking that Mr. Marks put them at the bottom so they can wait till the crowd leaves. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, Ms. Renee? It's on me?
Yeah, we're doing
Okay.
approval of minutes now.
Okay. We're approving the minutes. Please vote.
6-4, and 6 in favor.
All right. At this time, I need I think it's a unanimous vote, Mr. Rubin.
Yes, sir.
We have an item that needs to be added to the agenda. It's at item 30A, which you should have in front of you, all councilmen should have in front of you. And it'll take a unanimous vote to add it to the agenda, today's agenda. Any questions or comments?
And Mr. President, can you read the title in first?
Okay. 30A 374-25, a resolution setting date for public hearing and consideration of the Lake Charles Planning and Zoning Commission's decision to approve, as amended, a variance in order to maintain an existing unpermitted ground sign versus required monument style sign and allow setback of 10 feet 2 inches from front property line versus the required minimum 15 feet within a mixed-use zoning district at 2529 Lake Street. Any questions or comments?
We're just setting the date to hear.
Yes,
That's what it says.
setting the date.
Okay, we're not hearing.
Yes.
Mr. Weatherford, this item was read in at the agenda meeting,
Yeah, I remember.
but it wasn't added on to the agenda. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
And I'm sorry, you also, even though you say you have to have cards, the state law says you have to open it up for public comment in case it wasn't on the agenda, so they didn't know it, but if anyone wants to make a public comment.
Okay, well, Mr. Rubin is saying that we just read it into the record. If there's anybody in the audience that has an opinion or want to say anything in regards to 30A, you may do so at this time.
Okay.
No one?
Seeing none?
Seeing none. Moving on. Please vote.
This is a vote to add.
Vote to add.
6 in favor.
Okay. Now, down to business. We're deferring number 9 to September 17th, 2025. We're deferring number 15 to October 1st, 2025. And we're deleting number 5 and number 7. Again, we're deleting number 5 and number 7. We're deferring number 9 to September 17th, 2025. And we're deferring number 15 to October 1st, 2025. Any questions or comments? Appointments. Number 1, appoint a chairman to receive bids for project number CP 3469 McNeese Sidewalk to Carbina Road to Lake Crest Boulevard and amend the budget as necessary. Mr. Bilbo, will you take that?
Yes.
Public hearings. An ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2030 and a half Terrio Street. Eleanor Luke, owner, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Let's see, number 2, we have Eleanor Luke.
Okay.
Please come to the podium. Oh, Mr. Hester, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Good evening, council. This is a hurricane damaged residential structure. You can see in the pictures there's roof damage to the structure, wall damage, exterior window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage to the structure.
And Mr. President, we're offering into the record the picture showing the condition of the property and the notices that were served on the interested parties.
Ms. Luke, please state your name and address for the record.
Well, my name is Tamara Johnson. Miss Luke was my grandmother. She passed away
Okay.
in 2001. My sister is who is in charge of the property, but she lives in San Antonio. So I've been coming here because she was trying to do a succession process, but she don't have the original will. And so right now, she can't do anything to put it in her name. But she still want to keep the property, and we're just, she want to fix it up herself because that was the problem. She was trying to get assistance, like to get it fixed up, but she could never get any help because it's not in her name. So that's what we were trying to do, and we haven't been able to.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes, I know we've delayed it for quite some time, and I understand the succession, and well, we also understand too, like the neighbors and the people who've complained about the blight. We're still willing to work with you on it, but I know the succession can be rather lengthy, and honestly, I don't know if we can leave it for an extended amount of time while you guys do the succession. I'm gonna be willing to recommend 30-90, and then maybe you can come back and give us an update within that particular time. But I just think, I know it's been over a year since we've kind of held off on it.
I've been coming about
I'm about to
6
get it.
months,
Mr. Rubin, could you explain the 30-90 process?
Yes, 30 days to pull a permit, and you have 90 days to complete the total to complete the work. And if you need an extension, Mr. Harvey, you wanted to come back to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not saying we're going to make action, but I think we do have to see some progress at this point, because like we've extended it for over a year. I know we've been waiting on the succession, and we definitely offer an extended grace, but we just need to be able to see some type of action.
Just some type of action.
Some type of action. Now, what I can do, we can probably get with Mr. Hester to see what we need to do to at least some actionable steps to bring it up to code. I know Mr. Hester, he's good for making those recommendations, but to be able to see something done with it. Like I said, I know we've extended it for well over a year at this point.
And Ms. Luke, just to be clear, you have 30 days to pull the permit. That's going to activate everything.
Okay.
If you feel like you're not going to pull that permit in 30 days, you need to get in touch with Mr. Harvey or the legal department prior to
Okay,
that
I
happening.
will, because I got to get with my sister, but I will get back with you.
Okay. And what you gave her?
30-90.
30-90, please vote. Thank you, Ms. Luke.
Thank y'all so much.
Number
6
3.
in favor.
Number 3.
Mr. Rubin.
An ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2008 12th Street. Natasha Young and Russell Young, owners. Mr. Hester.
This is a hurricane damaged residential structure. You can see in the pictures, it's open to the public. The back of the house has severe wall damage to the house. There's roof damage, there's exterior wall damage, there's broken windows, all exposed the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
Mr.
Offering the record, the pictures showing the condition of the property and the notices to the appropriate parties.
There's no card. Mr. Bilbo.
15-15.
15-15, please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 4, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2012 2011 Evans Street, Olivia Davis Trahan Estate, owner. Mr. Hester.
This is another residential structure. It has roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
Offering to the record the pictures showing the condition of the property and the notices to appropriate parties, and present is one of the heirs.
You are here to speak on number 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You didn't have a card in, so go ahead, sir. State your name and address for the record, please.
Tristan Carter, 2011 Everett Street. It's my, it was my grandmother's. We've been trying to get a succession done. We have boarded up the doors, but they did get kicked in, so it's not boarded up no more. But we just decided to let it go. But we do ask, can we have some time to get some of the remaining things in the house, like some paperwork and stuff we have in there, get it out beforehand, if we can.
Okay. Mr. Fundell.
15 days is good enough?
Oh, yes, sir.
1515. Please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 5 has been deleted. Number 6, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2200 Commercial Street. First New Life Missionary Baptist Church of Lake Charles, Incorporated, owner. Mr. Hester.
This is a hurricane damaged structure, and you can see in the pictures the back of the building has severe wall collapse. There's roof damage, there's exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the structure.
Offering to the record picture showing the condition of the property and the notices to the appropriate parties.
We have a card for Mr. Dwight Barker. It doesn't state where he wants to speak or not.
Oh.
Rep, you want to speak?
Yes, sir.
State your name and address for the record, please.
Dwight Barker, 5017 Orleans Street, Lake Charles, 70607. That building is going to be torn down. FEMA is assisting us with it, and our project manager, Mr. Minor Rogers, spoke with Mr. Hester in reference to just think this is like the first hearing or first something where we just have to let you know that FEMA is involved. So they should be tearing it down within the next 3 months. That's what Minor Rogers spoke to me about.
Mr. Harvey.
Yes, Mr. I'm in favor of it, but I know we've had some dealings with some FEMA situations and dealing with places of worship. Do he have to have some type of documentation submitted?
We normally do. Do you want to defer it and then?
Yeah, so I was going to definitely defer it, but I think Mr. Rogers has to submit what we've done with it in the past when we're dealing with FEMA, that there's some documentation that's needed to get to the legal department.
Okay, when
I'm not sure the exact terminology, but I know it's.
Yeah, we usually get, he usually provides us the documentation of acceptance into whatever program and what they're gonna do with the property. So if, I think if we defer 30 days, it'll give you time to get that information to the city?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Basically, it's just proof that you're in the program. All right?
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend 60 days instead of 30.
You want it 60? Okay.
Yeah, let's do 60.
That'll be November 5th.
November 5th. We're deferring to November 5th.
I thought you said 60.
We're giving November 5th?
Yeah, 60 days. I'm good.
Yeah, that'll work.
Please vote.
6 in favor.
If we could remind them, yeah, we won't get any other notice other than today.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Just whatever he gave you.
We're deleting number 7.
Okay.
Number 8, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 742 South Lion Street. Leona Anthony Arfay and Harriet Arfay Tripp, owners.
Okay.
Mr. Hester.
This is a residential structure. You can see in the pictures, it is open to the public. There's roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
Offering to the record a picture showing the condition of the property and the notices to the interested parties.
There's no card. Mr. Fundell.
3060?
3060. Okay. 3060, please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 9, we're deferring to September 17th. Number 10, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2015 Evans Street. Deborah F. Landry Celestine, Barbara N. Landry, Courtney M. Landry, Justin Landry, Wilson Landry, and Donald R. Landry Jr. Mr. Hester.
And this is a storm damaged structure. You can see in the pictures, there's roof damage to the structure, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
And offering to the record a picture showing the condition of the property and notices to the interested parties.
Ms. Deborah Celestine,
Yes, I am.
say your name and address into the mic.
Deborah Solstein, 17035 Hilton Hollow Drive, Houston, Texas.
Yes, Ms. Celestine, tell us what you'd like to see happen with this.
Okay, I would like to, all that, the grass is, put it like this, tear the whole house down.
Okay.
That's what I like.
Okay.
Okay, just to tear it down. And the cars and the barbecue pit and the truck, if y'all charging anybody, I need y'all to charge it to Donald Landry because that's his. I had 3 sales for the house.
Okay.
And he refused to sign his name on it.
Okay.
So, other than that, I would like the house to go down
Okay.
because he refused. Last year I paid the property tax. This year I refused because I went in, changed the locks, had a buyer for it. He told me that was his house.
Okay.
So since he feel like it's his house, which it's not, he's a third party because my brother passed. So it went to the 4 kids and me and my sister. So I would like the house to be completed.
Now, just a FYI, Ms. Celestine, you do understand that if the city tears it down, we're gonna put a lien on it unless you want to pay for it.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, it is what it is.
They'll-
Like I say, I had 3 sales for it.
Right, I agree.
They'll send a bill, and if it's not paid, then
The tax, it'll add on to your taxes. Mr. Fundale,
Okay, now?
1515, good enough?
Yes.
1515, please vote. Thank you, Ms.
6 in
Celestine.
favor.
So you know when the house gonna be tore down?
It's gonna be shortly.
Thank you.
All right. Number 11, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 1118 South Elton Court, shed only. Yolanda Angeline Harrigan, owner, subject to a tax sale by the state of Louisiana. Mr. Hester.
And this is a shed only, and there is a shed back there through all that.
Yeah.
It's roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of the shed.
And offering to the record a picture showing the condition of the property and the notices to the interested parties.
So, Mr. Hester, I just want to be clear. There's no house. I know.
No,
Okay,
this-
this
the
just a
house was
shed.
demolished. It
Okay.
was a shed.
1515, please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 12, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 811 17th Street. Alice Diane Cook Williamson, owner. Mr. Hester.
And this is a residential structure, and you can see in the picture, the front wall has severe damage to it. There's roof damage, there's exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposing the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
And offering to the record a picture showing the condition of the property and the notices to the appropriate parties.
Devin Williamson.
Yes, sir.
State your name and address for the record, please.
Devin Williamson, 3400 Duke Road, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Mr. Williamson, tell us what you'd like to see happen.
A little more time.
A little more time?
That's because
You have
it's
plans
my
for
mom's
it?
house,
Uh-huh.
or it's in her name. She's 85, my dad's 90. So that's why she's not here today.
Okay,
So this is all kind of new to us.
okay.
So
So you
we
just
know
basically,
something's got to be done, but I know there's no doubt about that.
you just need some time to get your bearings together.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Fundale?
That's mine?
Yep.
3060.
3060, you understand that?
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Please vote.
6 in favor.
18th Street.
Number 13, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 2007 13th Street. Don Hammock Hoffpower owner, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Mr. Hester.
And this is a residential structure, and we've had lots of complaints about this one. It has total roof collapse on the back part of the house where a tree fell in. It's open to the public. You can see in the pictures, there's severe roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed to the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
Offering to the record the picture showing the condition of the property and the notices to the interested parties.
Mr. Bilbo.
15-15.
15-15, please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 14, an ordinance ordering demolition and authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter an agreement for demolition of a structure located at 3421 McKinley Street, O.Z. Fisher Jr. Estate and Sally Fisher Estate owner, subject to a tax sale to the state of Louisiana. Mr. Hester.
This is a storm damaged residential structure, and it was open to the public. There was roof damage, exterior wall damage, window damage, all exposed in the interior to severe weather damage of this structure.
Offering to the record the picture showing the condition of the property and notices to the appropriate parties.
And we've had no contact with anybody about that property.
And in fact, a curator was appointed in its stead, so there's no. Haven't had any contact.
So the curator hadn't found out or reached anybody?
No, sir.
1530. Please vote.
6 in favor.
Ordinances for final action. Number 15 has been deferred until October 2025. Number 16, an ordinance amending both Section 20-78 and Section 20-132B of Chapter 20 of the City of Lake Charles Code of Ordinances, prohibiting parking on both sides of Elaine Street from Road Street to Kingsley Street and designating this area as a tollway zone. We have Mr. A.B. Franklin. State your name and address for the record, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A.B. Franklin, 2406 Elaine Street, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70601. First, I want to make this statement about our neighborhood. I've been in the neighborhood over 50 years, and this what's going on in this area is a shame. And everybody who live in that area should be able to do better. This is nonsense what's happening to that neighborhood. And what's happening is this gentleman who, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're good.
This gentleman have cars parked 24/7, 7 days a week, and don't move them. I got some more pictures in the basement. This is the latest pictures that we received. It's a nuisance to the neighborhood, and it's dangerous. Just in case we have a fire truck or ambulance need to pass, that one lane is completely blocked off. They have 5 or 6 cars that be parked there, and you got to go around 5 or 6 cars to get back into your lane. They got a lot of cars with no license plates on them. All tires are flat. Now the pictures I just sent you is recent from the day. They have one that it's a white car. If you notice, it's been there for over 16 days. It don't have a bump on the front. It don't have a bump on the back. They don't have no inspection sticker. They don't have anything. And on top of that, you got a gas can sitting on top of the hood. Now we don't deserve that. We need to do better. And that's why I'm asking you to please support this ordinance to go no parking on each side of the street.
Okay. Any councilman have anything?
We did a traffic study.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, Mr. You want to say something, Mr. Amy?
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all received the police reports. Several of them since February 22nd up to now. There's a whole bunch of them where the police went out and inspected, put tickets on the vehicle, and done everything they're supposed to do. Okay. But it didn't bother this guy here. So this neighborhood don't deserve this. We can do better.
Mr. Corey?
And I was just reiterating, community policing made this recommendation after receiving the complaints, and we also had a traffic study completed, which made the recommendation to adopt this action here, to have no parking in that section of Elaine and have it designated as a tollway zone.
And I passed there, and I can count 5 cars every time I pass by there, and I visited it quite often, so I'm in favor.
So just for clarity, if nobody else have any questions, the traffic study did warrant that those signs tow away, it could be deemed a tow away and no parking.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
That also, we're gonna turn that over to property standards at the same time for those,
Community.
already have it? Okay, good deal.
And community policing, they can tow once y'all adopt this and the signs are posted, they can tow the vehicles away immediately compared to, they would have to tag it and wait 5 days, and I think this gentleman rotates the cars and then they have to tag it and wait another 5 days.
So just for clarity, Mr. Rubin, the tolls, do a resident have to do it? Can we do it from
No, the city can tow, the city police, property standards doesn't go tow from public, from the street. Okay. They tow from private property, but, so the police department would.
They can tow it though?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make another comment.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that up, because let me tell you one thing. Y'all, and I was on city council for 14 years, and a lot of times you pass ordinance and they just sit there. But this in here need to be enforced. Mm-hmm. Because this gentleman had all the chance in the world to try to help the neighborhood, but he didn't. So this is something that we can do right away, you said? And we ain't got to wait till the city police come out and tag it or nothing like that?
No.
It can be moved.
Normally, the public works will post the signage pretty fair.
Okay, once they post the sign, you tell them
Once they noted the signage and the notices are up, then they can enforce it.
But you said for the cars themselves, they expedite it now. We don't have to go through the name of
Wait, they can tow them away.
immediately.
Thank you very much. I'm quite sure the neighborhood would love to hear that.
Okay, please vote.
6 in favor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 17, an ordinance adopting the operating and capital budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026. Now, I have a question before we get to this, Mayor or Miss Emily, if you can answer it. I see we got this at number 7. Number 19 and number 18 are all part of that budget. Should we discuss them first before we approve the budget, or we approve the budget first and then discuss them?
You can approve it. You can approve the budget unless you got questions about the budget and just go down.
What if we have to change something?
Well, if you want to change something in the budget, we need to discuss the budget.
But that's what I'm saying. We finna approve it in 17. What if we get to 17, 18 or 19 and we want to change something, but the budget is already approved? So we'd have to go back and amend it?
Well, no, but 18's dealing with right-of-ways, and number 19's dealing with the A&E agreements for capital budgets. So
that's not part of the budget?
No, sir.
Different entity. Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to be clear on that. Number 17, Mr. Milton Bellard. You wanted to speak? State your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Milton Bellard at 1857 Highway 14, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I have a question about the capital improvement budget.
Could you speak into the mic?
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a question about the capital improvement budget.
Could you?
Ongoing.
You still can't. I'm not hearing you good.
Have questions about the capital improvement budget. The first one on capital improvement budget plan on ongoing $4 million for the Enterprise Boulevard extension. On what the status of what's the status of it?
Go ahead, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, Enterprise Boulevard, the design is nearly complete. They've started. Design is nearly complete. They've started. They're about to start the right of way, all the acquisitions for the right of way, and the project itself is going to be funded in the first tranche of the LC Rebound bond issue, which is going to be next year.
Okay, so it'll start. The right of way's going to be all this right of way going to be done this year and start the project next year.
Yeah, well, I don't know how long it's going to take to get the right of way, but the acquisition process has already started, and the design of that area is almost complete. We anticipate a groundbreaking next year,
okay,
26.
Okay, on item number 3, ongoing citywide striping. Who determined where the striping going to be at? It's ongoing for the citywide. How's that determined?
Yes, sir. It's a continuous, every year we put funds aside for restriping, and those streets are identified by our engineering department and by city staff that drive the roadways, and it's a continuous process that happens each and every year.
Like critical need, that's how it's done?
Excuse me?
Critical need?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On another question on dealing with ongoing asphalt overlay program. They have $1.5 million, and they have ongoing, so those projects, all those listed, equal to $1.5 million. Those projects been around 10 projects on the budget, so all those projects into $1.5 million, equal to those things that's on the budget, on the capital improvement.
That's correct.
Okay. Other items on drainage improvement. They have $7.5 million drainage rehabilitation. That's for the whole city.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So who prioritized those things, the engineer?
Our staff and engineering department, our consultants, we look at areas that need drainage improvements, and that's where those drainage improvements are made.
So
and we also meet, Mr. Peller, we also meet with council members prior to doing the operating budget, and we get information from them of areas where they may have had concerns about drainage, and we evaluate those areas as well.
Same problem with $500 million citywide ditch and drainage lateral maintenance. That's ongoing too. So
did you say 500 million?
$500,000.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We get the whole city.
That's all right.
My item is on capital improvements on recreation, lake front beautification. And my question is on AD, this indoor sport facility. What's the status of that?
Indoor sports facility is it's still before the HUD has been funded, waiting for the authorization, and we're evaluating the sites.
They have $25 million for this. That's the cost of the project, and it's enough to get it done. So we'll have AD. I mean, it will be done not this year, but next year.
Mr. Bellard, when you see a project that has AD, the intent is A means it should be start within year 1 or year 2, and the D means that particular project is subject and approval by outside funding, which is the grant the mayor was just referring to.
So what's the status of that? Are all the funding available now for that, or what's the status of that?
No, sir. We're still working with HUD on that additional funding.
That's the North Complex, the North Purpose Complex strategy for the north end of town?
Excuse me, sir?
That locations in the north end on District A?
We're looking at District A, but also evaluating some other areas as well. That was brought up by other council members.
So it's still in discussion?
It's still in discussion. We're still pending approval from HUD and funding as well.
So all the funding not available right now?
Well, we believe we're going to get the funding, but it has not been authorized yet.
That include the $5 million that was supposed to be coming from Ward 3, the Ward 3 area? Ward 3 passed in the bond, they passed the $5 million will be dedicated to the sport complexes. That's part of that money too?
Yes, sir. There's $5 million coming from Ward 3 if this project moves forward.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Young.
Yes, sir. Also want to commend Mr. Bellard, and that is a thorough review of the budget. I might want to meet with you next year before the budget's passed just to get your take on it. A couple of things that I wanted to say about the budget. First of all, I appreciate Mayor Simeon, Mr. Cardone, and Ms. McDaniel for putting together a solid budget. Thank you also for taking extra time with us new council members to go through that process and thoroughly explain it. Thank you for letting us weigh in on the capital improvement plan that's approved in the budget. I don't know that you had to do that until July 1st, but I do appreciate the extra time that you gave us to look at it and have some input on it. A small disappointment that I must admit, 2% longevity increase, the salary increase for city employees. I know that that's a priority of the mayor. That's certainly a priority of mine. That's one that I've discussed since way back in the campaign. 2% isn't even keeping up with inflation, and I know that our city employees deserve better and they need better. So I'm looking at the overall percentage of the general fund, and at 59.1 million, that's right at 63% of the expenses in that general fund. So I know there's not a lot of wiggle room there, or you guys would have made that happen. But I do want to issue a plea to department heads or to those that have a little bit of handle on the budget, that if they can tighten up perhaps midway through the year, or if sales taxes come in higher than expected, we could consider a mid-year employee raise. That's very much needed.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail right on the head. We're working very hard to try to identify additional funding to come into the city that can not only give employees a raise, but make that sustainable.
Thank you. Last thing that I wanted to mention is related to the full-time jobs that are being added. We've got 858 full-time positions and are proposing adding 2. One at Ward 3 Marshal's office, very much needed there. I've spoken with Marshal Keller, and one with the Recreation Department specifically for lakefront maintenance, and I fully support that. The number of times that I've run along the lakefront and said, man, we can do better. So I'm glad to see that there's going to be a designated person there. But what I would like to see is, and time and again, the last several weeks that we've been coming into agenda meetings talking about property standards, I'd love for us to consider adding another full-time employee in that property standards division. So what I'd like to do is offer an amendment to this ordinance adopting the operating and capital budget that we add 1 full-time property standards employee in addition to the 2 others specified.
Okay, we have an amendment on the floor. We want to open it up for discussion.
I would like to.
Anybody?
You need a second.
What's that?
I think you have to have a second first.
To accept it?
I second.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to
discuss it.
Okay.
Well, I defer to those. I'm not a
That's what I was about to say. But I thought you're seconding, Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Okay.
But before he seconded, I want to make a tweak to your amendment. I want to make sure that we're clear on what we're saying. I want to make sure that after all of the positions that are already in that department that Mr. Young talked about, property standards, once those positions are filled, then a +1.
If that's what he's asking.
Yeah, no, I want to make that amendment to his amendment. So I just want to be clear. If we got somebody out right now,
yes,
whatever those positions are, they change in positions. We want to fill the regular positions, then a +1.
And Mr. Young, that property standards position, which particular position are you looking for?
Whatever could help the most, an inspector, somebody who's out in the field. I mean, we talk about a lot of issues within our districts, and I think if somebody can be out boots on the ground, bringing some of these issues to light, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
All right.
One more discussion.
Second?
For clarity, we having discussion after the second?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Harvey. Discussions now. Anybody got any comments?
I do.
Mr.
I support it.
I do.
Be able to support it, but Mr. Harvey.
In addition, I definitely support it, but I do want us to take into consideration about being intentional. About 2 months ago, I asked about a task force for property standards, specifically for District 8, because that is one of the areas that is like heavily blighted with a lot of properties and eyesores. So I'm all for adding staff to property standards, but also I want to be intentional about my request about in previous meetings about a task force specifically for District 8. I'm not saying it needs to last forever, but I'm just simply saying I think it's time that we turn support and be intentional about the blighted properties in the areas in District 8. So again, I'm all for this, but again, I just want to be consideration about the task force that I asked for about a couple months ago, if we're going to add that person.
And Councilman Harvey, I believe that an inspector position would be exactly what's needed to do that.
Okay. But I want to say this, if we add in an inspector, is it going to be assigned to a particular area or is it just going to be in general? Because I know we have someone that's assigned to the District 8 area already. But I guess what I'm saying is, if we add in that person, being that the requests have been made previously
Mr.
about
Harvey?
that specific task force, will that person be assigned to that specific area?
Mr. Harvey, we had brought a couple people in to go into property standards and look at it and evaluate it. And we also have somebody else going down there, evaluate it, and try to find the most efficient place to put it. We want to make sure that whatever resources we put out there, we'll put them in the right location. And so we believe it's the property standards. We did lose a field inspector. That field inspector has, to my knowledge, has not been filled yet, so we're adding a position. The other one hasn't been filled. I think those are important. We agree with you, and we also recognize that the more issues that we have throughout the city is in District A. So we will be focusing on that and looking at that.
Before we make it final, will I be able to be included in that discussion to make sure it's equitable across the board?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else? I got something I want to say. I agree with Mr. Harvey, but I differ with the fact that District F got some issues too. So I'm gonna need to be considered as part of that as well. And I trust that the mayor and Mr. Cardone and the department heads know where that may need to be. It might be a rover that just needs to move from throughout the city. So I just want to make my old friend Mr. Harvey aware that I got some problems too. So any other questions or comments? We're voting on the amendment, correct?
Correct.
Please vote.
6 in favor.
And now we're voting to accept it as amended, correct?
6 in favor.
All right, number 18, an ordinance authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into any right-of-way agreements for the approved fiscal year 2025 through 2026 capital improvement projects and/or for right-of-ways, and to acquire land and/or compliance with the site triangle ordinance for fiscal year 2025 through 2026. I'm going to ask at this time, Mr. Cardone, can you explain that jargon, Mayor, to us council people?
Sure. The road projects that are in the budget, a lot of the road projects involve right-of-way acquisitions. Utilities are going to involve right-of-way acquisitions. So this is just authorizing any right-of-ways that's required to implement in the budget citywide that we have authority to go ahead and do those, so we don't have to bring those back project by project.
Any questions or comments? Please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 19, an ordinance authorizing the city of Lake Charles to enter into architecture and engineering agreements on all projects outlined in the approved capital improvement program, CIP, funded in the fiscal year 2025-2026 capital budget. Any questions or comments? Questions, Mr. Harvey?
I'm sorry, Ms. Emily. So last year, I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know we came and we discussed about professional service agreement, but maybe since I've been on the council, I haven't seen the one for architecture and engineering agreement. My question is, when we're seeking this out, what are our additional efforts to include minority participation?
We do have a DBE program, and I'm not the person that manages the DBE program.
Only reason I'm asking is because I know, and this is just probably in lieu of the question, I don't know if it's the perfect timing, but I do know that we've got a lot of complaints from minority-owned businesses, whether they DBE, whatever the qualifications are. And I know a lot of them say that they fill out the applications and they not awarded work. I understand the bidding process and things like that. I just always feel like, just to make sure we're including everybody.
If somebody feels as though they're not being included on invites to bid or something, they can absolutely call the purchasing department and see what it was about their vendor application that precluded them from being invited to bid on a certain. What we find is a lot of times vendors will say that they're a contractor, let's just say, but they don't specifically say that they do landscaping or cabinetry, or just they're not specific in their application. So there just may be a miscommunication with what they're trying to do for the city, or what they're available to do for the city, and what their application actually said. So we encourage people to come and become vendors with the city, and because it allows us to have more options available for all the different projects that we have going on.
Could, if possible, I know we've done this in the past, and again, I think it's definitely a great efforts from your department, but to the novice business owner that just, they do great business, they do great work, but they don't understand the lingo and the language and where contracts and things work. Is it possible maybe in the future we can look into maybe having some type of seminars for minority business owners, just so they can understand better how the city is?
I'm sorry.
The city is doing a great job of putting it out there, and there's opportunities for them.
Lakeisha with our DBE program, she does hold seminars for disadvantage or any business really, and I know the Seed Center helps out a lot. And then really, if anybody has a question, they are absolutely available. You know, our purchasing department or our DBE department are very able to answer those questions and help people walk through that.
Gotcha.
But Mr. Harvey, anything we can do to help expand that, that you have ideas or thoughts on, we'll be glad to try to do that.
And I think that's appropriate. We have specific outreach. We've getting more word out there to ask people to come in and go through the whole process. How do you fill out the application? What's the requirements? Sometimes it's bonding and things like that, and give them some resources. Maybe invite other people in that actually provide support services to help them get into the system, because there's some very talented people out there that's looking for an opportunity, so we don't want to miss out on anyone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Miss Lakeisha does send out emails through a constant contact, aggregation, like that finds different businesses, and so she sends out regular emails on trying to find vendors and how to bid and become vendors with the city.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Lakeisha did a fantastic presentation back in June here at the City Hall explaining the DBE program in thorough, and she does a great job there. Perhaps more regularly we could do, but that was a phenomenal presentation by her.
Gotcha.
Wait, real quick. There is a seminar tomorrow at the Seed Center from 11 to 1. I was just made aware.
Well, on top of that, I called Miss Emily called me, matter of fact, earlier, and we discussed this, and she enlightened me on some things. But I think that with new council members, I have a few things that I would like for you to run over with them in regards to this. When we vote on these A&E projects, they're awarded by bid, correct?
A lot. So the A&Es, A&Es become vendors with the city, and then there are administrative assignments for a lot of the jobs based on the qualifications of those A&Es. So if they know water and wastewater, if they know buildings or fire departments or whatever it is that we're looking to build, streets. So we try to align our A&Es with those assignments. Now, one of the questions you had earlier today was who can become an A&E, and is this the only time that they can become an A&E? And the answer to that is no. They can become an A&E consultant at any point during the year. Just, again, fill out the vendor packet, tell us, what your focus is, and we will absolutely work with you to get A&E assignments out there.
Now, when you say administrative assignments, what do you mean by it? I mean, it can be picked by the administrator, or that just means you factor those qualifications in when you're awarding the bid?
It's not a bid. The bid is on at the construction side. These are the professional services. So we usually do requests for qualifications, get those kind of people in, and if they qualify for the type of scope of work that we're going to do, then we put out for architecture and engineering on those types of bid. Once it goes out to construction, it goes out to bid.
Well, then
the project comes back to y'all. Once we go out for bid, it will come back to the city council for approval.
Well, that presents another thing, because if this is part of professional services, why are we doing it separate for A&E as opposed to professional services?
And A&E is a professional service. In other words, I think you might be getting the professional service. We get those in the beginning, where when we do task orders, they give us an hourly rate for small jobs. That's not a job that's a large job that you use in A&E. It's a task order.
Okay.
So they give us hourly rates, and when we do a task order, we may plug that in as a not to exceed, because it's done by the hour, because it's very small jobs.
Gotcha.
This is for like a road project where you're hiring an engineer. Bigger projects. And it just allows us to get into an A&E agreement. But once it's designed, that project, once it's designed and we go out for bids and accept bids, it comes back to you for acceptance.
And so on top of that, Ms. Emily, you correct me if I'm wrong, you said earlier that in order to be considered for this, you have to be on the vendors list.
Yes, you have to be a vendor with the city.
And can you tell me how they do that?
Contact purchasing, and they can become a vendor with the city, yes.
And who do they contact with?
Alicia Como.
Alicia Como with the city. Okay, another thing I had is when Mr. Harvey asked about the DBE. I did some studying of the DBE maybe a year and a half ago. With federal dollars, we're restricted by certain things, certain guidelines we have to follow. with the city, we have a DBE program in place, but the city's DBE program use terminology like good faith, meaning that they go out and they say, hey, I talked to Joe Blow for the job. We have no way of verifying that, because a lot of times when I read these bids or contracts, they don't check off who they contacted. And what we're supposed to do, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm a contractor and I have to do my DBE packet, I'm supposed to look at that vendors list and look at all minority contractors on that vendors list and reach out to them if they meet the qualifications of what the job I'm doing. And they supposed to let us know who they reached out to so that we can verify that you did in fact talk to somebody on the vendors list. Well, I think we need to have a more stringent approach to that, because a lot of times if you go back and you look at the contracts, it's just a check mark. We don't know if they called, we don't know if they checked, we don't know what went on, you know. And I think it's not that I don't think anybody is trying to hide anything. I just think that the city's DBE is not as stringent as the federal DBE, where you have to report all these things. And I think we need to maybe go back and look at our DBE program, revamp the contract, where we can verify that they have reached out. Because if we're telling people to get on the vendors list and they're on the vendors list and they're not being called, it's no purpose being on the vendors list.
Mr. Marks, I may be wrong, but I think this came up several months back, and I think we addressed it, and I think at all the bid openings, they're going there and they're checking that. Mr. Rubin, you might be able to expand on that a little bit, because I think you
we added some documentation where you can go back and review and see if they did, if they checked with DBEs, and if they're supposed to mark down who they checked with, right, if they offered them the work, if they turned it down, or why they didn't offer them work. So Mr. Cardone is right. We did update our documentation, so it's probably a matter of just making sure that's being filled out.
Okay. And I just want to be clear. I wanted to ask Miss Emily these questions. I told her earlier I didn't have any questions, but then I thought about the new council members and how confusing this could be when you approach with these conversations. So that's why I wanted you to hear it from her in the meeting, so that we can go forward with that. Any other questions or comments in regards? Yes, Mr. Fundell.
So we authorizing this in advance on major projects. What happens is if it fails, then those projects would have to come before the council in order to do this? If the ordinance didn't pass today, what would be the result?
Well, I'm not quite sure which ordinance you're talking about. If it's the A&E agreement, that means every time we do a project, we'd have to come back to you guys, and this is to expedite it. Y'all have already approved.
This is on capital projects, so it's not a whole bunch of them.
But the projects that have not earned capital, that you have not seen already, that would be handled differently. These are the ones that we met with you guys on, and y'all have approved the capital projects already. So this just allows us to enter into A&E agreements to move those projects that you've already approved forward. Once we get bids and we know what the bids are, that comes back to you for approval. Sometimes it may come in under budget, sometimes it comes in over budget. That's when we try to sit down with y'all and let you know that our anticipated budget of the funds we put aside may not cover what that project is, but all those projects come back to the council. This is just the A&E agreements that we've done each and every year.
And correct me if I'm wrong, we started doing that, as Miss Emily reiterated to me earlier, to expedite things, so that every project you won't just keep coming back and coming back and coming back. So this is a way to say, okay, they picked the A&E person, we go through with the contract, but when that is all done, it still comes back to us for the final say-so. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Because otherwise you'd have to come before the council for the A&E and then get back on the agenda once the design is done and do the bid process. So this is just saying that we do the qualifications, get the qualified people to do the design.
My only thing is that as a council member, then I don't know what's going on until after the work is done. So if I disagree with it, the work is already done.
We're only moving forward with these projects, with the A&E projects that's in the capital budget that we've already reviewed with you. So y'all have looked at these already.
I'm understanding, but my only concern is I want to be aware of what's going on all the time. Okay. So by signing this agreement, I don't know what's going on every step of the way.
No, I think this is just for what these are, Mr. Fundell, correct me if I'm wrong, these are just for who we're gonna use for A&E, not necessarily the designs and all that different thing. This is just for the contractor we're gonna use to do the A&E. Now, if there's anything going on with the project that you don't like, we will be notified about it.
If it's a building in your district that you're going to know about it.
Yeah.
This just allows us to enter into an A&E agreement. We're going to engage all through the entire process. There's no way we'd be doing a building in your district and not get with the council members on it.
You clear?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm gonna let y'all go.
Any other questions or comments?
I want to thank Ms. Emily again for answering all your questions, all my questions. I appreciate it. Year after year, you do a phenomenal job, you and your department, so I appreciate that.
All right. We voted on the amendment, did we not? Oh, yeah, that's another one. This is on vote on number 9. Please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 20, an ordinance authorizing the City of Lake Charles to enter into agreements for programs related to special arts and cultural events exhibits as authorized in the operating and capital budget for 2025-2026 fiscal year. Any questions or comments? Please vote.
6 in favor.
The following resolutions may be adopted by consent. Anyone needs to pull anything? We're going to pull number 24, and which one?
24,
25 and 26?
Yeah.
24, 25, and 26 is being pulled.
25, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Just 24 and 25.
Just 24 and 25. Any others? And for the new council members, when we get to this section of the agenda, when we say pull, we just asking if you have any item that you would like moved to the top of the list so we can discuss individually. Because when we start reading these in, we read all of them in and we vote one time. So 24 and 25 are being pulled out. Any others? Okay, number 24, a resolution accepting project number LCR 406 College Oaks Park renovations as substantially complete and authorizing the advertisement of the 45-day lien period. Any questions or comments? Mr. Harvey?
Yes. I know these were Lake Charles rebound funds, right?
No.
No?
They were part of LC Rebound, but it was part of the cash money we did to go ahead and move forward with it.
Only reason I'm asking is because I know we had some things that we spoke about it with Lake Charles rebound. Like, I don't remember us coming back and nailing down the exact projects. I know we had a lot of things we were talking about. I know the renovations that started, but we haven't had I know I haven't had a discussion about Mary Bell. That's the one that's in my district. So,
Mr. Harvey, this is the 45-day lien period. These projects are done for the most part.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm asking, are we going to come back? Because there's some things that we said was going to happen in the park that we kind of went away from.
If I may expound on what he's saying,
Okay.
Mr. Cordon, if you remember when we discussed the Lake Charles rebound projects, we had something like $8 million or something like that. It was an allocation that was going to be put aside to do parks. And I think that's what Mr. Harvey is talking about. But I think what you're saying is that some projects we went ahead of and used money, and we're going to reimburse ourselves through the Lake Charles rebound. Correct?
So we completely done with Maryville?
No.
So
I guess what I'm saying is the things that we spoke about that was going to be coming.
This what I'm on the LC Rebound projects. I thought you had a meeting on this the other day. I was informed that the meeting wasn't complete. I'm going to be scheduling a meeting to go through all the LC Rebound projects with you guys. And I think the only ones that haven't made that meeting, Mr. Harvey, you, Mr. Marks, and Mr. Weatherford. And so I'll be scheduling that. The rest of the council meetings, we had those meetings already. And that was part of the meetings I think I may have had last week sometime I was out.
We did this. The meeting we discussed was the state and the HUD projects. We didn't get to the.
I know, that's what, I didn't know that. It was it was all part of the same discussion.
Okay.
And I did not realize y'all did not get to that yet. So I'm going to be scheduling it.
So that answers your question? Okay. Any other questions or comments? Please vote.
6 in favor.
Number 25, a resolution accepting project number LCR 405, Marybelle Williams Park renovations as substantially complete and authorizing the advertising of the 45-day lien period. Any questions or comments? Please vote.
6 in favor.
All right, we back up to top number 21. A resolution accepting project number DR001 LCPD investigations as substantially complete and authorizing the advertising of the 45-day lien period. 22, a resolution accepting project number CP 3177 West Prairie Lake Road widening Cove Lane to Isles Road as substantially complete and authorizing the advertising of the 45-day lien period. 23, a resolution accepting project number CP 3469 Mallard Golf Club driving range lighting as substantially complete and authorizing the advertisement of the 45-day lien period. Number 26, a resolution accepting project number CP 3274 Highway 14 water line extension as substantially complete and authorizing the advertisement of the 45-day lien period. Number 27 has been moved to have a hearing on September 17th, 2025. 28, a resolution authorizing the City of Lake Charles to advertise to receive sealed bids to purchase office supplies for use by various City of Lake Charles departments and divisions for a 12-month period with the option to renew two additional 12-month periods. Mr. Bilbo, would you take that?
Yes.
Number 29, a resolution authorizing the City of Lake Charles to advertise and receive sealed bids for the purchase of polymer flocculants for use by the Public Works Department Wastewater Division for a 1-year period with an option to renew on same terms for additional 12-month period. Mr. Fundale, would you take that?
Yes.
Number 30, a resolution authorizing the City of Lake Charles to advertise and to receive sealed bids on certain projects outlined in the approved capital improvement program CIP funded in the fiscal year 2025 through 2026 capital budget. Number 30A, the hearing September 17th, a resolution setting date for public hearing and consideration of the Lake Charles Planning and Zoning Commission's decision to approve. No, this ain't the right one.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it. Yeah. Planning and Zoning Commission's decision to approve, as amended, a variance in order to maintain an existing unpermitted ground sign versus required monument style sign and allow setback of 10 feet 2 inches from front property line versus required minimum 15 feet with a mixed-use zoning district at 2529 Lake Street. Please vote.
Yes, sir, and it's September 17th.
Mr. Marks.
Yes, sir.
I do believe you need to read in number 27. You did. I think you bypassed it and said when it was being deferred to, but I think you still need to read it in.
Okay. Number 27, a resolution setting date for public hearing and consideration of the Lake Charles Planning and Zoning Commission's decision to deny a request for variance in order to construct a new 1,600 square foot accessory building which would occupy 85% of the floor area of the existing principal structure versus the allowable 40% within the residential zoning district at 124 Claude Street. Mr. Young, you were saying something?
Yes, sir. For item 30A, resolution setting the date, it's September 17th. Is that correct?
Yes.
I just wanted
September
to
17th?
clarify.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The date, I didn't read the date the first time. The hearing on that is September 17th, 2025. Please vote.
6 in favor.
The following ordinances are for introduction by consent and will be read into the record the day following this meeting at 1 p.m. in the City Council chambers. This meeting is